Can we all agree that waking up more than once in the middle of the night is a pain in the ass? Today we're digging into those midnight bathroom trips. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to have the sleep disrupted. I'm going to explain what's going on to you and give you some simple tips so that you can sleep soundly the whole night through. Let's carry on. Now, we need about 10 cups of water a day to stay hydrated. And so of course you're going to pee all through the night if you drink those 10 cups of water right before you go to sleep. So be mindful of how much you drink during the day. Make sure you're getting all of your fluid in and make sure you're not catching up right before you go to bed. Do you know that your kidneys have a circadian rhythm, just like every other cell in our body does? And that is the reason that your kidneys function better during the day, which is just as well because imagine if they worked the same way at night as they did during the day. You'd definitely be up more than once in the night to pee. And circadian rhythm, if you didn't already know, this is an internal body clock that helps you to fall asleep at night and helps you to get up during the day. It's how your body knows when to release different types of hormones. So work with your kidneys' rhythm and keep properly hydrated in the day and don't overload it in the evening. Now, I'll give you some tips on how to do that in a second. Next, let's talk about fluid types. You have caffeine and you have alcohol. Now, both of these are diuretics. That means it makes you pee more. So to give yourself the best chance of sleeping all the way through, avoid anything with caffeine or alcohol starting in the early evening if your regular bedtime is about 10:30. Now remember, consuming these later in the day disrupts your sleep as it increases the need of nocturnal bathroom visits. Just remind yourself of that next time you fancy a cup of tea just before bed. It's diuretic, it's going to make you go to the bathroom. Now, the speed at which you drink your fluid matters. So be mindful of how fast you're drinking your water before bed, as this impacts your body's mechanosensors, these little sensors that influence the rate of fluid excretion, meaning how fast your body gets rid of the fluid. So as you wind down in the evening, think about adopting a more deliberate approach to your fluid intake, as this helps regulate the fluid balance between input and output during the night, but also allows your body to process the fluids more efficiently. So drinking slower before bed matters because it gives your kidneys the time they need to manage the fluid levels without overwhelming their nighttime capabilities. Next, let's talk about something that might not be on everyone's radar, and that is late night snacking. We all love it. We've all done it. Eating food, especially high carb snacks at night, leads to increased insulin levels, and this affects your kidney function, believe it or not. And this can cause nocturia. That means you pee a lot during the night. Now, to explain this a little bit more, elevated insulin levels can prompt the kidneys to keep more sodium and water, and this leads to increased urine production. It's like a behind the scenes dance that massively affects your sleep. So try not to eat before you go to bed, regulate your insulin levels and subsequently your nighttime bathroom routine. Unless, of course, you have diabetes, please consult with your doctor before you adjust your diet and insulin regime. Now let's go back to talking about the timing part again. So finishing your fluids a few hours before your bedtime allows your body to process the fluids properly and reduces the likelihood of you going to pee in the middle of the night. Now, the golden rule here is to complete the fluid intake at least a few hours before bedtime. And this tiny simple adjustment can really help. This can really influence the efficiency of your kidneys during the night, and most importantly, allows your body to balance the fluid levels more effectively. So remember, sipping slowly before bed matters. It's not just about what you drink, but how you drink it too. Have you ever wondered what Netflix has against sleep? Click here next to find out.